Who could that be at this time of night? Yes, Edgeworth speaking.
Edgy, get up! It's an emergency!
Huh? Larry? Do you know what time it is?
It's not Larry, it's Larry's! Larry's Denim!
But this is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and...
Wait, don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill!
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so...
I'm not joking! His life is in danger!
What? What happened? Tell me.
Tell me about a guy with bad luck. He married to be dead. Anyway, you've got to come back. You're the only one who can help. My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help.
Alright, I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can.
I'm at the detention center. Please, hurry!
It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion, as if I expected anything to change.
You're late, AG! What took you so long?
Oh, I want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could.
Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen! Something happened to Miss Elise, and Nick is... Maya, and Iris is begin... Huh? Say something, AG!
Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. And later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest.
Yes, that's right. You got it. But they arrested her. My sweet little Iris.
And here I was, convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for.
What are you talking about?
The things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other, he couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is, could he?
I'm begging you. Iris's trial starts tomorrow. With Nick out of the picture, you're all I've got left. You're the only one that can represent her.
But what did you just say?
You know, represent, defend. What were you expecting? What do you think I called you anyway?
I'm a prosecutor, Larry, a prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who...
Don't talk to me like I'm a kid! I graduated from junior high, you know! Don't worry about it, I promise I won't tell.
But
I mean, I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before.
How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay?
Please, Edgy. At least listen to her. Listen to her as a side of the story!
So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all.
Thank you for coming. My name is Iris.
Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
But Mr. White, how is he? Mr. Larry said that he even might die.
But fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron, how could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
But thank goodness.
But he's got some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness.
But
I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I had to leave Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual power. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then?
But I I've committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. And that's why I'm there, and why I continue to train to purify my soul.
I want to ask you about last night, the night of the crime.
Alright. I had to clean up after dinner and then went back to my room at about 8 o'clock. Later, I left my room to ring the rights out bell at 10 o'clock.
Bell?
We rang it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
But I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and I stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you asked to?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to our story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall the night of the murder.
Yes.
However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? But... What in the world?
Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. Looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The psycho-locks. I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something. So do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night?
I think it was a result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes, spiritual power training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Aris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't.
And I'm certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please, answer me the simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Dunham?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those psycho-lock things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited right at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes, at the trial tomorrow. He asked me to defend you.
But if Mr. Red has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know right?
Why would you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act like he would act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. White to you?
He is a very dear and indispensable friend.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was the best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without ruining the truth.
But, well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
Alrighty, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well, I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. Goodbye. It sure is cold, alright. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Oh wow! It's you, Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe? Long time no see. It's been about a year. Or has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch! And there's that sharp rough chap. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct? A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of investigations, y'all. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe is impossible to get rid of. I was watching a report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godot? Who's that? So who's this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of man is he? He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case? You bet he is. After all, you know who is right in the middle of it. You know who? Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godot has really gotten in for Mr. Wright. Oh. Yeah, he seems to have some kind of grudge. And what would be the cause of this grudge? I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Godot myself. I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case. It's simple. Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. Oh, you've got no idea how much I've missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. As a witness, I saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady? Here? On this freezing cold mountain? Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, besides the witness, myself. So this is just the bridge that Wright fell through. Yep, I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Walk before you're crushed is how it goes, right? Who was that leap? And is there something on the other side? Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training and now they're stuck there. Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's my affair. Oh no, who again? Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir. Will she be alright in this cold? So how did this bridge burn down anyway? We're almost 100% sure it's lightning. Lightning? You're telling me that the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep. Last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, that? We got that information from the witness's testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge. Who is this witness? Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents. I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet. But you could say the exact same thing about him. Your face is more drawn out than the last time I saw you over a year ago. Well, really? Well, I thought so. No, wait. It's not so much drawn out as weary and tired. Or maybe just plain old thin. I thought that too, so. My salary's been kind of low end. So yeah, my food options have been kind of non-existent. Off-brand chicken soup, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread, that sort of stuff. I thought you were really into instant noodles last year. I got really sick of this stuff after a while, so. I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she? Nope, can't be. We did a database search with her fingerprints and came up with nothing. I see. I just can't shake this nagging feeling. Well, everyone knows that you are quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger. Detective, where did you hear such nonsense from? I didn't hear it from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir. Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school, but I've never seen or heard of this person. I gotta admit, he's puzzling alright. He just appeared one day, big mug of steaming hot coffee in his hand. He sounds like an interesting man. Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is really into double espresso macchiatos lately. There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background, we don't know anything really. That's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author? I'll bet it was just one of those things, you know. She probably never expected to get so popular. Alright.
Yo, Edgy! What took you so long? I'm so cold, my brain started sorbet!
I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country.
What do you mean?
Right is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I found myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder. But hey, wait a sec! Hold it! Objection! What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and
what kind of lame excuse is that? You call yourself a defense attorney?
Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor. That's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore.
Dude, Edgy, I don't see you for a couple years, and your heart turns to sherbet.
I'd say more like sorbet. It is rather cold here.
Ours didn't murder. Someone else did. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one.
Ever romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to right, that is.
Man, I'm telling you, ours is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you?
What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent...
Come on, a girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer.
I was right after all. I should have never come back.
No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest.
If I had a penny for every time you said that...
It's just that, well, Irish is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much, you know what I mean?
Huh. I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry.
Oh. Forget it. I didn't say anything.
But... Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry?
What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it?
What?
Get lost! Go back to your shit! Just get out of my sight, you creep! And I hope if I see you die!
I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? But... Oh dear. As I suspected, Psycho Locks.
I'm sorry, man. You know me, I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude.
I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains. Say, this just gave me a great idea. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. I've got an idea for a bad new invention. It might even make me rich. An invention? Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. I'll call it a snow car. So what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride or something like that? Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. There aren't any clues here. This gate looks quite old, strong enough to resist the weight of time. That's a Mr. Edgeworth, I know. You've got a real flair for words, sir. I've always appreciated this kind of old-timeless elegance. That's exactly how I feel, too. Take this coat, for example. Like a fine wine, it gets better with age. Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. I suggest you wash that atrocious rag you call a coat, detective. So, what do you think about this?
Come to think of it, when you were a kid, you were always saying, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer and defend people, or something like that.
That was a long time ago.
But see, now you got the chance to follow your boyhood dream for a day. Edgy, you gotta do it. You gotta save my little Iris.
But... Grr, this is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Childhood friends. Hello?
Sorry.
Hey, hello there. So how are you feeling?
Alright, I suppose. Huh? Who is this?
My name is Miles Edgeworth.
My, as a boy such as yourself is always welcome. Sigh, if circumstances were so tragic, I might just...
Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini.
Well, you have found her. Now, what can I do for you?
But... I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis.
Ha ha ha! If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy.
Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness.
Why did you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps on getting cut.
My stomach is already growling in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris?
Well, first, I want to hear what you know. First, I'd like to ask you about last night.
Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall there in the temple.
She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that?
I suppose it was about 9 o'clock when we left there. Here, training lasts all night long, extremely exhausting. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting.
Detective, this is no time for flattery.
Sorry.
Sometime around 11 o'clock you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here?
The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Ha 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 ho ho.
I'm sorry to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason.
Oh, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I know I might look strong, but the truth is, I've got a lower bad back. I've got a bad lower back.
Bad lower back?
Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone?
Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris stay in the inner temple until she had rung the bell for lights out.
Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I better try to get some more details. Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard.
It must have been past 11 o'clock. Ah, no, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie.
I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword.
Did you see this criminal with your own eyes?
I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris.
You must have been quite shocked.
Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. White smack in the middle of a courtroom, and I've been witnessing from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too.
I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed, and then I passed out.
Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid.
However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural.
Unnatural?
The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness.
I wonder what she means by that. So who is this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course.
Special course?
It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh, dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this.
Do you know that small girl? I believe she has been sick by Maya's little sister.
Maya's little sister? Oh, you mean Little Pearl? That's my face cousin. Little Pearl.
I thought she was going to visit Miss Sick Elise after we'd finished with dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her at all since last night. She's nowhere to be found.
You mean she was with the victim?
It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back.
A little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone. As they say, a plot thickens. Indeed.
This man, his face betrays a life of suffering and great weariness of the world.
Sure.
But even so, I can't believe this guy actually jumped to the river. Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. Relentless spiritual training alone is no way to lead a complete life, huh?
But sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. Perhaps I should let Gumshoe explain Wright's situation to her for me. Hey, don't look at me like that. Do your own dirty work, sir.
Oh! How could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault.
Well, come on, lady. I don't think you need to take all the blame.
Quiet! What do you know anyway?
Ouch! You scary.
With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow on that stupid old coat of yours, it's so bad that you were the one that disappeared.
Why does she have to take it all out of me? Her anger does seem a little manufactured.
It's all my fault. Me and my stupid back. Mr. Gillies has been murdered, an important acolyte is trapped, and a little girl has been lost.
You know, you really shouldn't be so negative. It creates bad karma.
Quite right. I need to do some more training myself, I think. She's a very important visitor, you know. An honored acolyte.
Honored? How so?
The Fey name is synonymous with the crane channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed.
Now that you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case that was about the master of the crane channeling technique. Detective? This talk of supernatural drill. I suppose you'll now say that she had medicalorians? Ho ho ho! So it gives you the creep, Thomas Edgeworth.
That's got nothing to do with it. Oh, this poor girl. Where could she have gone?
Well, we checked out her home and she's not there.
And she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either.
Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be. Ah, do you think she maybe followed the bridge and was carried downstream?
Why do you have to be such a pessimist, detective?
Oh, just try to think like you, Miss Edgeworth. Ironic, I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you. You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there?
Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 o'clock bell for lights out.
So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then?
Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training.
But that doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple. As they say, the plot thickens.
This is Mr. Elise's apprentice, is not? I think he might have a bit of crush on me.
Sweet boy, at any rate. Huh? Oh, I don't blame him. Since the beginning, understands the temptations of young men. Sure. But I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I am head nun, after all. But, in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me. I pray it was opposed to maintaining your modesty, for everyone's sake. Alright, I think we're done here. Let's examine the place a little bit. What's this? There are more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack? Beats me. Would you mind checking that out for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Here you are, Miss Edgeworth. Looks like an old manila envelope. Yeah. What is it, Detective?
This could be it. An ultra-important clue. A super special clue.
I suppose I should read it myself, then.
Looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Unless you want your secret to be exposed.
This sounds like a blackmail letter.
Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor. A super-duper prosecutor.
Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. What do you think about this? Well, that's a demon warding hood. Acolytes are highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know. That's why you always wear these for protection. Oh, I see. What are you waiting for? You won't get any protection just by holding it, you know. Put it on already. No, I can't. I was just...
It's like it was made just for you, Miss Edgeworth.
What do you mean by that, Detective? It looks absolutely marvelous. You just got to keep it on for a while. Is this some sort of divine retribution?